Welcome to the Spirit Room, part sacred circle, part slumber party with spirit, and always a safe space for a little magic. Hi, friends. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, tonight is going to be such a good night. Oh my gosh. But first, I want to show you. Okay, so I have my selenite. I couldn't think of the word, right? And I figured let's just cleanse all of us, right? Let's do a nice cleanse of the space and all of us in my whole spirit room here, right? And this is like so easy to do. And selenite is not expensive. So you can go and get one of these and then you can just go around yourself. If you ever feel like you need some, if you ever need some clearing. Right. So, hi everybody, welcome in. I am so excited that we are here together. Let me know where you're from. Who's here? Where are you from? I'd love to hear all about it. So type it in to the chat. Yay. Okay. What I want to talk about though first, before we jump into readings, is this. And I look, and you guys probably know this, but I give everything up to spirit before I do any live or anything, right? So basically, oh, hi, Sarah. Nice to see Bex. Hi, Bex. I'm learning that is your screen name, by the way, now, Bex. Awesome. And hello, Keith. Hello. Okay, so I give everything up to spirit before I do readings, like the longer version readings and all of that stuff. But spirit tells me what I'm supposed to talk about, right? On an ongoing basis. Like whenever I do these lives or the meditations that I do on Wednesday mornings on Patreon, by the way, right? So I really feel like this is so important for the collective, for the masses, to know what I'm about to say. Okay? This is so cool. All right? I got this from spirit. All right. If you ever feel like you don't quite fit, okay? Like you're a little different or a little off script, okay? Or that you're not doing life, the right way, right? You're not doing life wrong by that, okay? You're actually doing it correctly. It's okay to be a little to the left. And I love this whole conversation because this is something that I have struggled with my whole life. If I knew, okay, so I'm 60 now, you guys know that, right? If 40 years ago, if I could have known this, my life would have been so different, right? Because I now say one of the things that I embrace this. If I see, and I tell people this all the time, well, you know me, right? If I see everybody else going left, I will go right? Because I am now finally embracing my weirdness. And that's okay, right? So here's the thing. Somewhere along the way, most of us have learned that fitting in felt safer than standing out. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you guys agree with that? Hi, Jackie. Do you guys agree with that? We learned that it's so much better to smooth out the edges, right? Quiet those certain parts of ourselves, and keep that weirdness tucked away where it wouldn't raise any eyebrows or make anyone uncomfortable. That's kind of the key here, right? And honestly, probably this particular thing that we've all, I feel like that most of us have gone through a version of this, right? It's kind of like, let's see, how can I say what I say? I really feel like that because we've all been through a version of that, right now, understanding that and embracing that can really shift your life, whatever age you are, right? So if this is you, if you understand what I'm saying, okay, there is no shame in this at all. If you didn't embrace it or you did embrace your weirdness, there's no shame in any of it. I promise you that, okay? But here's what I really want to say about this. That weird part of you, that part that feels different, intuitive maybe, or creative, or emotional, or sensitive, or curious, or unconventional. Oh my God, I've been called unconventional so many times in my life. As you can probably understand that because I'm a medium, right? Right? You know, that all of this is not a flaw. It's insight, right? It's wisdom trying to get your attention. And when we can shift our thoughts so that we kind of get that, it's so freeing, you know? So tonight, it's not about being here to fix you. We're actually here to stop the fixing, if that makes sense, right? You know, I want you to consider a few things, okay? Things that I think might be good to stop, all right? And you're allowed to disagree with me. If you feel the need to fit in, more power to you. You do it. Oh, and you feel like you're going through, oh, wow, so Keith gets it. Right. Oh, thank you, Keith. Thank you for saying that, Keith, because I always forget. Please hit the like and subscribe button, blah, blah, blah. So thank you. Okay, so here's things that I think we should stop doing. Number one, stop trying to be more normal. Oh, doesn't that sound, I mean, all of these to me, when I was like going through this, you know, putting this all together, I was like, oh, that is so freeing, right? Here's another one that's really important. Stop explaining yourself. My grandfather used to say to me, and tell me if you guys have heard this, because I think this is like a thing that a lot of people may have heard. Hey, Karen. This is what my grandfather used to say. Never explain. Your friends don't need it, and your enemies won't believe it. Oh, I'm going to cry. Because that's like my grandfather. That's what he used to say. I never forgot that, you know? So stop explaining. Okay, that's number two. Number three, stop trying to shrink or stretch to fit into a mold that was never designed for you in the first place. Oh my gosh. When I was younger, oh my God, you guys, a lot of you know, I was on the road. I was a singer. I was a performer. I was on the road, and it always felt like to me that all the people, the rest of the group, they were always laughing and they had this similar sense of humor. And then there I was, not understanding their sense of humor, not, you know, it was just weird. I was such I wouldn't call it really a pariah, but you know, I did not fit in. Okay? Yeah. So I hope you guys can understand that. I have stopped worrying about people expecting I know, and that's so good. And you know what? Like I keep saying, there's a freedom attached to this when we get past that, right? So, all right, let's do this for just real quick. Hey, Courtney, let's bring your awareness into your body for just a moment, okay? Maybe put your hands over your heart if you feel like you want to, you know? Notice where you may be holding some of the stress. If this conversation is kind of hitting home a little bit, see where your body is holding that, because it's going to. In fact, even though I feel like I'm not 100%, because I don't know that we can ever get 100% past it, but where do you hold it? I hold it in my shoulders, okay? So notice where you might be holding some of that tension, okay? Your shoulders, your jaw, your chest, okay? And as you breathe, imagine giving yourself permission to just soften a little bit. Yeah, right? I love this. Before we get into readings, I love this conversation because it's kind of like, it kind of gives us all permission to be here and talking about what we're talking about in terms of like mediumship and spirituality and psychic stuff, right? When you grab onto that and you know who you are, that's when your gifts start to really show themselves. So, all right. So anyway, okay. So now what I want you to do is ask yourself this, okay? No pressure. No, you don't have to answer this perfectly. Just whatever comes up. And it's kind of rhetorical, okay? Okay. Where in my life am I trying to fit in? Instead of allowing myself to just be real. Now you can type that into the chat or not. It's your choice, right? Right? Hi, Frank. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. So think that through. If you want to type in the chat, that's great. If you don't, if you want to keep it in your own space, that's absolutely fine. Where in my life am I trying to fit in instead of allowing myself to just be real? Ooh, that's like a boom moment, you know? Does that hit you guys? That totally hits me. So maybe it's in how you speak. Maybe it's in how you show up online. You know, maybe it's in relationships where you filter yourself. Just that little enough to stay comfortable, you know? So a little aside here. Yes, this planet does count. That's so cute. Yes, Courtney. Right? Okay, so I want to share with you a real quick little thing. When I was young, we were called, my family, we were called the loud family. Okay, right? And you can guess why. Okay, so I'm very loud, in case you hadn't realized that, right? I'm very loud. My mother, very loud. She was a school teacher. She had to be loud, you know. I was a performer and a singer, loud. You know, my voice is always loud. My sister and my dad, not so much. They were so, you know, delicate. Isn't that funny? But anyway, I remember when I was young, making myself, talking to myself and saying, okay, just whisper a little bit more. Keep your voice down. I remember doing that. But you know what? I don't do that anymore. I'm me. Now, I've learned how to be careful how loud I am because it can get really loud, right? But I'm learning how to not judge myself. You know? Just notice that if you can. Okay? Now, I want to share also something that Spirit loves to remind us. Okay? Your wisdom does not come from blending in. Your wisdom comes from listening inward. Now, if you're going to remember anything that I said at all, I really think you should remember that, okay? Your wisdom does not come from blending in. Your wisdom comes from going within, okay? The things that make you different, the way you sense energy or feel emotions deeply, or sometimes you might think sideways, you know? You see the patterns that other people miss, possibly. Those aren't random traits. They're part of how your soul navigates through this world. You know? They're part of how you are meant to love and create and to heal and connect. Okay? All right, so now let's take another deep breath in. Very gently in through your nose and out your mouth. Now I want you to ask yourself, what part, I'm going to put it in terms of me, right? What part of me have I been calling too much? And to finish that, what part of me have I been calling too much that might actually be a strength? Okay, let me tell you about my voice. When this happened actually last week, to be honest, I was with a group of people. The person talking needed to get everybody's attention and they weren't able to talk loud enough. They just weren't doing it. So I stood up and I went, yo, and of course everybody, that's where I use my voice when it's needed, right? Sometimes your weirdness is your intuition. Sometimes it's your sensitivity or your humor or your honesty or your voice or your softness, But yes, being yourself can make things feel pretty darn vulnerable, okay? It can kind of feel a little bit risky, to let go of the mold, right? But it's so deeply freeing to do this. That's why we're talking about this right now. Because when you stop trying to be somebody else, you finally get to sort of rest within you. And guess what also then starts happening? Then your confidence might start to raise because you realize, I'm being my truth. Your self-esteem will grow. All of that stuff. So I want you to picture yourself standing in your own energy, okay? No labels, no expectations, nothing, none of that. No comparisons, right? Just you. Just as you are. Just as you've always felt underneath who you're supposed to be, okay? Notice how that feels in your body. Does that feel relief? A sense of coming home? What does that feel like? Okay, so as I'm wrapping this up, because yes, we're going to get to readings, I promise, right? I want to say just a couple little things here. This is what self-love looks like sometimes. Okay? Not necessarily affirmations or perfection, or it's just simply permission. Permission to be weird, permission to be intuitive, permission to be unfinished and still worthy. Isn't this conversation absolutely amazing? I love this. Road with least resistance. I love that, Courtney, because the least resistance allows you to go on your path forward. Okay? Love that. Okay, so before we close, I want you to silently repeat this to yourself. Okay? Or just let it land in your own words. Okay? I don't need to fit the mold to be valuable. You can say that to yourself. I don't need to fit the mold to be valuable. I don't need to be less to belong. My weird is my wisdom. Gosh, how much I love that. My weird is my wisdom. And I totally relate to that now, So, take one more deep breath in for yourself. And I want you to carry this with you tonight, not as necessarily something to work on, because it doesn't have to be so dramatic, right? Just something to remember. Just remember. Your weird is your wisdom. You were meant to be you. Okay? So, that all being said, I just wanted to share that with you because it's extraordinary. What an amazing lesson. I love that. Okay, so, all right, friends. Hi, Mara. Oh my gosh, hi, Mara. This feels beautiful to experience. Oh, you're so welcome. And Sue, yes, I am going to. Oh, Keith says, so hard. A dream last night and it took me home in the spiritual side. That's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of dig that. You know? You're so sweet, Bex. Thank you so much for that. I love this, love this, love this. Okay, so we're going to jump in to readings. Now, a couple things I want to say before we start the readings, just so you guys know. First of all, I've got my cards. I've got the, really, Lori? The Sacred Destiny deck, because I can never remember that. And this is the Sacred Forest card. I know this one because this is, I call it the fairy deck. All right, so I've got my cards. And Spirit is ready. Oh my gosh, Spirit has been ready for like the last like hour. At like 4:30, I was already starting to feel, and I was cold all day, right? So I started getting warm. That usually happens to me too, right? Okay, so now, couple things to know. Please don't take it personally if I do not call on you for a reading. I do something that I like to call, side cards. You know what's really funny about that, Sarah? Here are my side cards. I didn't pull them out, but now you just said that, so now I just pulled out the side cards. Okay. Don't take it personally if I don't call on you. But what I want you to do, if it's at all possible, is if I'm giving somebody else a reading, listen to what I'm saying. Only because there might be a message in that for you. Because obviously I don't have finite, and I do have a finite amount of time. Okay, so there might be a message for you in the reading that I'm giving somebody else. Okay, so there's that. All right, so let's start that. Okay, Frank, my friend. Frank, are you here? Hopefully you're still here. All right. All right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to start out. So Frank, ask a question, if you could. Hopefully Frank is still here. Ask a question of me, okay? Whether it's psychic or like, I'd like kind of maybe, it doesn't have to be a extraordinarily specific question, but tell me what it is that you really want to know, okay? Okay, and for everybody else that, you know, I'm going to be giving lots of readings. So think about what your question is or who on the other side you'd like to hear from. Okay. So get that ready. Okay. All right. So Frank, what is your question? And I'm doing this a little bit differently tonight because can you tell me if Lisa and I are getting divorced? All right. So, and I'm so sorry you're having trouble with that. My heart is just with you. I'm sure that it's an incredibly hard time, you know. All right, so I'm going to start with a card, okay? And we're going to see where this takes us because I know that I'm sensing guides for you. So, there's that. Oh my goodness. This is such a cool card for this. Oh my goodness. Spirit guide or dad. Okay. Look what I pulled up. Taking risks. Now, what's interesting about this card is just before I pulled it, I was tapping into your energy, Frank, and I was thinking to myself, I feel like that there's, and I mean, this is kind of an obvious thing, but there's quite a bit of fear surrounding this as to what and you tell me yeses and nos. Give me yeses and nos if this does not make sense to you, or if you have a follow-up question, just, you know, have this be, you know, let me know what you're thinking in terms of this. Okay. Lots of fear in there. Okay. Like, what am I going to do if indeed we do end up getting divorced? Okay. I feel the fear there. Okay. But this card, the taking risks card, okay, what I really feel like is that taking risks to me is about stepping past your fear, okay? And moving into your fear. I mean, your future, right? She's a narcissist and it's hard. All right. You can do this now or you can do this later, okay? I want you to consider a couple of things. One thing, what would my life be like if I stayed with Lisa? Okay? So I want you to like think it all through, and if you journal, that'd be great. If you don't journal, that's fine. Just allow yourself some time to think what it would be like. Okay? If you stayed together. Okay? Then I want you to think, after some time has gone by and you've really expanded on that, then I want you to think, what would my life be like if we got divorced? What would that be like? Okay? I feel like I'm tapping into your energy and you're so open, Frank, and that's why I love giving you readings, you know. I really feel like that you need a sense of freedom right now, okay? I don't want to tell you what to do, okay? I'm a psychic. Are we going to get divorced? I should be able to say yes and no, but that's not really how I believe that spirit works, okay? And I feel the need to sort of expand on that just a bit because I feel like there's some questions like, what? We all have, and I just talked about this with somebody yesterday, we all have free will. I could tell you, and I know I use this example all the time, I could tell you you're going to stub your toe tomorrow and you're going to break your big toe. Okay? And you're going to be like, what? I don't want to stub my toe. What the heck? You know? So tomorrow, the next day, you wear shoes all day long. That is your free will, putting on the shoes. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Do we have the courage to move forward in like, I don't like wearing shoes, so I am not going to wear shoes. Okay? But I'm going to be careful. There's a freedom in that. You don't have to wear the shoes, okay? But you don't have to wear the shoes, but you can be careful. It's stepping into that fear or past that fear or away from that fear, okay? Frank, I don't know you, right? I know you online, right? Which is extraordinary in terms of like mediumship and psychic work. I don't need to know you. I know your energy. I think you are an amazing human being. Your energy is so beautiful and kind and giving and all of that. And what if, and everybody knows I love my what ifs, what if you end up getting divorced and you meet somebody where you can just give all of that kindness and goodness to somebody else. Okay? How does that feel? Do you feel like that you're cheating on your wife now? Or do you feel a freedom? The question is, what gives you more freedom? Okay? What is it that is going to give you more freedom? And I say, and I will be there for you, and I will be your biggest cheerleader on whatever you decide. Okay? But I want you to feel the freedom. The freedom to be who you know you are. And it kind of, and I don't mean to be weird, but this kind of goes back to the conversation we were just having. You know? Are you trying to fit in that mold? You know? Only you can answer that question. But your weird is your wisdom. I will be your biggest cheerleader and I will be there for you. You email me anytime you want to email me and you tell me, I'm feeling just like I'm shrinking, and I will help lift you up. This whole community, that I'm building, that we are building, will lift you up. All right, so now, and I feel like that, okay, interestingly, that whole thing was not me talking, okay? I just want to say that. I know you're beat down, I can tell. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, that whole thing that I just said, I mean, it was partially me, but it was a guide. I feel like that it feels like actually now that I'm starting to really pick up who I believe is your father, and I'm really feeling like that he didn't have the courage to do certain things in his life. Okay. But I feel like that he is like, come on, do what you know you need to do. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Now, all right. So, I already shuffled it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm pulling a fairy deck card for the final card of this. Oh my God. I love this. If I didn't pick the freedom card, which I would have just keeled over had I done that, but I've got the purity card. And you know what, Frank, this card is so perfect for you because it's about you being your true self. You know what you need to do, but you're like allowing fear to like stay there. Okay. So I'm saying that because when you move forward and do what you know needs to be done, there's going to be such a freedom. I'm not saying it's going to be the simplest, easiest thing. Either way, you stay, there's going to be work. You don't stay, there's going to be work. There's work to be done. But don't allow the fear to get in your way because purity is waiting for you. Like, look at that. Okay? It's a unicorn, dear. Look at that. Love that. All right, so the number is amazing on the card too. What's the number? 45. Why are you 45 years old? Why? Tell me what 45 is. Tell me what 45 means. I love 45, but yeah. So, and I am so hot now. Oh my gosh, I got to turn my fan on. I'm so hot now because of that. Okay. Oh, it's 65? Oh, good Lord. Seriously? No, it's 45. I have glasses on. It's 45, just so you know. But what does 65 mean to you? So let's see if I can find 65. I don't know that there is 65. I don't think there's 65 cards in this, just so you know. So, okay. All right, so Frank, your father is with you. Your guides are all there with you. Just, and you have a lot of humans in your corner right now. And I don't know that you actually get that. So just throwing that out there to you. There's a lot of people that you can lean on for support. Okay? But the decision has to come from you. Okay? Much love to you, friend. Oh my goodness. I wish you so much love. It's all going to be great. Let's all send Frank good love, right? Good love. Right? Okay, so let's all send Frank some courage. I am courageous. Oh my God, that is your affirmation. I am courageous. I am courageous. Love that. Love that for you. And I love that for all of us. Right? Okay. All right. So much love to you, Frank. If you need any more clarity, email me. Okay. All right. So who's next? Who would like a reading? Karen, did you say you wanted a reading? Karen, are you still here? Karen. Hey, June, how are you? All right. Karen, are you still here? Mara's here. Yay, Karen's here. Okay, I'm going to pull you a card, Karen. All right, so what is your question? What is your question that I can answer for you? Dose of sunshine. Hi, friend. My sweet assistant, Rachel. I love her so much. You guys, let's send her some love too. I don't know why. She's thinking. Okay, so Karen is thinking what it is. Do you want like a general card? You know what's funny? I've been sitting here shuffling the Sacred Destiny deck, but I'm not supposed to be shuffling that deck for you. I'm supposed to be shuffling the Sacred Forest deck. Isn't that funny? Oh my gosh. All right. We love us. We love us some Rachel. Okay. I am pulling a card for you, Karen. Okay. And it's a general reading. I will take what you dish out. I love you. All right. Karen is a friend of mine. Let's just full disclosure. Okay. All right, Karen, this is the card I pulled for you. Playfulness. Okay. Now, I know some of this, but I don't know some of this. Okay, so let me just say it to you this way. And if this makes sense to you, like give me yeses and nos. Okay. I'm feeling like you are, I don't want to say in a rut because it's not exactly that bad, but I feel like you are, I feel like you've got blinders on. You're really focused on something. I don't know what it is within your life. Is there an area of your life that, that you are like total tunnel visioned on right now? Just give me a yes or no. Because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that there is an area of your life. Okay. If you want to share what that is, great. If you don't want to share what that is, that's fine too. But I feel like there's tunnel vision in terms of this area of your life, right? However, I feel like that the reason why we pulled this card, the playfulness card, is because if you add an element of playfulness, or just, I don't even want to say playfulness, if you add an element of play to whatever it is, does it have to do with relationships like guys or something? And you tell me, it doesn't matter. But if you add an element of play, it's going to take off pressure. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to you. Playfulness. Playfulness feels, oh, and here's the banner. If you'd like to donate, Venmo is at Spirit Room, or you can go to lauriealbert.com/donations. So if you, your weight loss journey, getting in better shape, and then, yes, the dating world. Got it. I feel like if you could have a different sort of attitude about it, like we need to change our attitude and add an element of playfulness in there. Once you do that, it's kind of like it's gonna like sort of take off some of the pressure. And you know what? So what? I mean, so what? Just allow it to just have fun and let things happen the way they're gonna happen. Have you ever like looked at it like that before? I love this. Oh my God. I love this for you. I love this for me. Right? Sarah says this resonates with you. Right. And that's what I love about this. Okay. I'm fully focused on school right now, but I also recognize the need to keep some playfulness in my life. Absolutely. You know, sometimes we forget, and I don't want to, and I'm not saying all this to make anybody wrong. Like Karen, I'm not making you wrong by like having the tunnel vision and the whole thing, right? But I am saying that sometimes we just need to go, oh, F it. Just F it. I'm not going to swear on here, right? Just whatever. Let's just move forward and see where fun things happen. You know? You've been so great about your weight loss journey. You know, Karen and I share that, by the way, you guys. Okay. It's like you're so good about it. You're so, like, you know what you want and you're moving forward. But guess what? maybe it's just a matter of just being and just play. I feel like, oh my God, I just got this whole thing. I wonder if Marcy's here. I just got this visual. Oh my gosh, Karen, you're going to meet a guy. And there's a guy that you're meeting. For some reason, it doesn't feel like it's going to be online. It's not like an online dating thing. Okay. I feel like that you're going to meet this guy, and then everything is going to just kind of fall into place. I know that sounds like really kind of pie in the sky and whatever, but I feel like that you're going to meet a man and you're going to be like, let's just have fun with this. That's what it feels like. So, wow, awesome. I want some of that. You know, I take these readings and I learn so much from them as well, you know? So, yeah. So much love, Karen. I agree. I really want that. Okay. It does feel like it's not like an online dating app kind of thing, but I feel like that it's kind of like this particular feeling that I'm getting. It doesn't feel forced. It may not even be something where you're like, oh, you know, I really need to find a guy. And then I feel like it's just going to be like something that's just kind of, hey, you want to go out? Yeah, let's go out. And then it's just going to kind of fall into place. Ooh, yay. That's fun. Okay, so June says, I would love a reading if you have time. I am aging and I am wondering about finding a companion to do things. Oh my gosh. Well, okay then, June. I think you need the playfulness card too. Isn't this funny? Oh my gosh. Now, see, I don't need to meet a guy. I'm married, but I do need more playfulness in my life. And that's the thing. If we look at life, if we look at things from maybe just a skew the perspective just a little bit, sometimes that can be just as important as moving forward and like boom, 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 you know? So much love to you. Having fun is your motto lately. Love that, Rachel. So true. So true. Okay. So much love to you, Karen. Thanks for being here. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, now I had to turn off the fan because when things start happening, it's like, whew, and then all of a sudden things change. So yeah, okay. Okay. So who is next? Okay, Spirit, who am I supposed to read next? Wait, I'm supposed to go to the top. Ooh, okay, you know, okay, so I'm looking for Sarah, you're a Cancer. Oh, my daughter's a Cancer. Did you say you wanted a reading, Sarah? Because for some reason I feel like Spirit is like, come on, you know. Hi, Evan. Okay. I feel like I'm supposed to read Sarah. Are you here? Oh, good. Sarah's here. Okay, good. What is your question? Or is there a loved one in spirit? Oh, wow. Is there a loved one in spirit? I've already got somebody. So I'm going to wait to see what you... Oh, you're a crab too. There you go. My daughter's a water person too. Okay, so Sarah, what is your... Oh, so Mara is a crab. Oh, you're a crab too. Got it. Sorry. Oh. I'm open to whatever you see regarding love, school, and professional path. All right, so Sarah, I got to tell you, I've got a lady here with me. And I think Spirit was like, you need to read Sarah because this lady's coming through. She's very, I'm going to use the word forceful, but it's not that dramatic. Okay. So Sarah, she's older. This could be a grandma. Do you have a grandma in spirit, or is it an older mother? She's older, and I feel like that she is the one that would always tell you what was going on next. Like, this is, honey, you need to do this. Let's go do this. And I feel like that she would be like, she is like your biggest fan, right? But yes, it's your grandmother. Okay, she pulled no punches. Like she would just be like, oh my gosh, no, we're doing this kind of thing or whatever. Okay. Love this lady. I love when the fun ones come through, when the loud ones come through, because it's like, okay, there's no mistaking that, you know. She wants me to pull a card that she is directing. Okay. So, oh, you never met her. She passed away when you were born. Well, I am here to tell you, she is your biggest fan. She loves watching you. Yeah. Biggest fan. Okay. Now, this card is from her. Don't you love when that happens? Oh my God. How weird is this? I pulled the purity card a few minutes ago. Now I'm pulling from the other deck. I'm pulling the purification card. All right, so Sarah. Okay, I feel like she wants to channel, so I am just gonna see where this goes. I'm gonna close my eyes just for a few minutes, see where this goes with her, relating to the purification card, and it's a sunflower, which I love sunflowers. It is a beautiful card. Yes, it is. Okay, so your grandmother is saying this. She says, you are so hard on yourself. Why do you do that? Stop doing that. Just allow yourself. This is her talking, by the way. Did you listen to what Laurie had to say at the beginning of this thing? Stop trying to fit into the mold and stop trying to do what everybody else wants you to do. Just be who you are. Be who you know you're supposed to be. Then she's continued. She has more to say. I'm going to close my eyes. Wow. She's like, her energy is so powerful. I'm like dizzy. She is saying, she's like, if you want to take a certain class, take a certain class. She's like, you are so good usually at listening to your gut instinct. What happened? Why did you stop doing that? Sarah, I don't really know you, so let's just, I'm sorry, like don't take it personally that I'm like saying all this stuff to you, right? Whew. She really, really, wow. I mean, I know it didn't seem like it, but like I opened my eyes and I realized how deep into that I was. Crazy. Just use your intuition, honey. That's what I'm hearing, honey. She's saying that, right? I think I need to leave my eyes open because I was really going into that fast. She's amazing on the other side, right? She's saying that, stop trying to just, to like do what you think you're supposed to do. And just what are you feeling in your heart? She's talking about your gut instinct, your intuition, but she's also talking about your heart. What do you feel in your heart is what she's saying. Go with that. I love this lady. She was, and I don't know if you've seen pictures of her. I don't know if you've seen pictures of her. But if you've seen pictures of her, I feel like that she is really pretty. Okay, I'm going to say it this way. She's a little bit on the heavier side, and she's saying to me, I wasn't always like that, so I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure why she's showing me that. She's talking about losing weight, how she's talking about her journey in losing weight. I don't understand why we're talking about losing weight all of a sudden, but whatever. Let me throw that out to you. She is in your corner. She wants you to know that you don't need to, you're on the right path. Just allow yourself to keep going. Stop trying to fit into the mold. Oh my God. All right then. Stop trying to fit into the mold. That's what she's saying. So, all right. Okay, then. Love that. Hi, Kelsey. Thanks for being here. I've seen pictures of her. My mother told me before she passed, she gained weight. Okay. Oh, you know what then? If that's the case, then it was probably just validation. Were you questioning if that was really her? Because it's probably just a validation then at that point. Okay. All right. So that is your big message for the day. Okay, Sarah? That's awesome. That's just great. Okay. All right. So June. I'm supposed to read you, June. Oh, that's so nice. I love your perspective on life. Thank you. Okay, but you did put it. Oh, I am aging and I'm wondering about finding a companion to do things with. All right, so June, are you still here? Oh, you felt the grandma's encouragement deeply. That's so good. I love that. Mara, that's awesome. I feel like, and this is just an aside. I'm waiting to hear if June is still here and what her question is. But well, I already know what the question is. I just want to make sure she's still here. But Mara, what I want to say to you is, you need to. I don't know if you're a medium already, but yeah, you got gifts, honey. I feel Reiki. I feel intuition. I feel like, yeah, psychic big time. So just throwing that in. Much love. Thank you, Keith. Love you. Okay. Okay. So June is still here. Yay. Okay. So June, I am supposed to pull a, good Lord, Lori, Sacred Destiny. I don't know why I can't remember that. Yeah. Yay. I know you're here. Okay, good. All right, June. June, this card is for you. And this is regarding, you were wondering if you're aging. Aren't we all? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is about you finding companionship. All right, look what we got here. Oh my God, I love this card. Oh my God, if I could have picked any card, this would have been the card. It says adventures, you guys. This is so awesome. Okay, June. Adventures. Okay, so I'm just full on, I gotta say this first. I really feel like, and I'm sorry to say it this way, I'm really sorry about this, but I feel like that you shouldn't stress about finding an actual companion to do stuff with. I see you, June. I see you going on adventures with groups of people. Okay? I don't feel like, I'm not seeing like one person individual for you, right? Right now. Okay? That's just this reading. That doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that you're having like you're not gonna have a companion, okay? So I'm not saying that. But I feel like what the energy, what Spirit is giving to me about this right now is that they want you to focus on having the adventures and just getting out there and having fun. And I feel if you take the pressure off of actually meeting somebody and, having that companion kind of thing, I feel like if you go with groups of people, like go on a cruise with other people or go to Sedona with a bunch of women or something, like you're going to meet somebody that way and it's going to happen organically. Okay. There is a group of ladies that gets together and travels. Oh my God. That's what I just said. That is so weird. Everyone has been telling me you need to go. Well, that, my dear, that's your validation. That's your confirmation. I think you need to do it. So go out with these women. I mean, just because you're out with women doesn't mean that there's not going to be men flying around. I mean, a whole bunch of women together. You don't think that men are going to like flock to that? Just throwing that out there. Oh my gosh, I love that. I want to travel. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right. So best of luck for you on that. So thank you guys for being here tonight. If you can donate in any way, I would really appreciate it. If not, I completely understand. My Venmo is at Spirit Room, or you can go to my website, lauriealbert.com, and hit the donations tab, and you can donate there. I really appreciate anything that that you guys could do. And if not, no harm, no foul. Totally fine too. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I am taking the, oh, you're so welcome, June. Oh, and also please subscribe and like all the posts and the thing and all of that stuff too. I appreciate that. Okay, here's a card for all of us. Night, Bags. All right, here's a card for all of us. And how perfect is this? Heading into, now think about where we're heading into right now, you guys. We're heading into on the 17th, and I know it's a little ways away yet. We're heading into the new year, okay? And it's a new moon on the 17th, and it's a new year, okay? So it's the year of the horse, starts February 17th, okay? Now, up until that time, I believe Spirit is telling me that once we get to that year of the horse, that 17th, it's like we're going to take off like a shot. That's what it feels like to me. Like our life is going to go whoosh. Okay. But up until that time, and that's why I've been talking about, okay, it's about healing. Okay. And that's why I've been talking a lot about stop trying to fit into that mold. Okay. Finding out who you are so that when we hit that new year, it's just we take off like a shot, okay? So that's what this card means to me, okay? Feel that healing, feel that growth, you know? Allow yourself to shed any skin. Okay, like because we are still officially in the year of the snake, which is, you know, it's about shedding. It's about introspection and shedding of the skin. These last couple of weeks of this are the opportunity to just move forward and just allow ourselves to heal from any past traumas and all the BS that we've had all throughout our lives, that sort of thing. So I love this. Wow. Okay. So next Thursday, I will be on Insight Timer. I will be doing a live on there. So if you want to scoot over there, I would love to see you. Sign up for my Patreon. Oh my God. It's free. It's free. Patreon.com/LaurieAlbert. I mean, easy, right? So go sign up. I do lives on there. I do meditations on Wednesdays. So it's kind of like my morning mojo has kind of shifted over there. So yeah. All right. So Mara says, I still have patience, positivity, persistence written on my mirror. I love that. That's fantastic. That's what we do. That's perfect for this time of year. Okay, because we are heading into eclipse season and Mercury retrograde season, all that crap, right? So, all right. Much love to you guys. Thank you, Sarah. Love to you guys. Thank you so much for everything, and have a beautiful evening, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody. Hey, by the way, remember to tell somebody that you love them today, okay? Bye, guys. Love you. Thanks for hanging out in the Spirit Room. Now go shine your light, trust your vibe, and remember to tell someone that you love them today. Namaste.